Let's boot the Game Boy and wait for the mining ROM to load. Now let's start the miner on the computer, wait for it to transfer the data, and yes, it's working. The Game Boy received all required data and is now happily chugging along. Unexpectedly, you can actually hear it working. There's a certain signature coil whine when it's running that's hard to capture on camera. On the screen you can see the nonce increasing and the hash rate is pretty impressive, roughly 0.8 hashes per second. If you compare that to modern ASIC miner, which comes in at around 100 terahashes per second, you can see that we are almost as fast, only off by a factor of roughly 125 trillion. At this rate, it should only take us a couple of quadrillion years to mine a Bitcoin. And remember that ASIC miners use a ton of power, while our Game Boy simply runs on 4 AA batteries. Big success. Now to see whether the Game Boy miner is really able to mine blocks, I've also set up a new empty Bitcoin blockchain with a very low difficulty. And the Game Boy is indeed able to successfully mine blocks for it. Pretty cool, blockchain on the Game Boy. Obviously, mining Bitcoin on a Game Boy is everything but profitable, but I learned a lot of things while building this and definitely had a ton of fun.